Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We have a great show lined up for you. I'm Harvey Freed. He's Harry Glantz.
Good morning, Harvey. Good morning, everybody. Have a great show. Brought two spectacular guests and Becky Alley in the studio. We're going to be on fire all morning long.
I mean, it is a little bit of a Mr. Rogers kind of day out today, and it's already 8 a.m. We're going to have a good day, especially because I have these two queens in the studio. We got Miss Amy Raupp and Lisa Larowe. I'm so excited for you guys to be here.
Good morning.
Yay.
Good morning.
So
Good morning.
much.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Listen, this is one of those shows where you're just like, we're just going to show up. We're just going to see what happens. But I know you guys are always prepared, but I could just show up with you guys and just jive.
A lot of years of experience, a lot of things going on. You guys are going to tell us what's going on in your world, in the market, everything like that. But we had a very volatile week in the economic marketplace. Jobs report came out. Somebody got fired at the Bureau of Labor and Statistics because they didn't like the numbers. I mean, the whole thing going on right now, it's an up and down. It's a very volatile market. But one thing that we've seen hold steady is home buying. People, ladies, they're buying homes. People are buying homes.
Absolutely. Amy and I were just talking about this. 58% are new home buyers, brand new first-time home buyers. And I've experienced that a lot myself recently. I have 3 nephews in the market right now. One I just closed, one is under contract, and one is just approved with Becky, and we're looking at a house today. So first-time home buyers, my nephews are all about it.
A lot of activity, Becky, a lot.
Yeah, and it's like we've talked about this like actually for a couple of years that the first-time buyers were going to make up the majority of the market. And now it's truly here. It's finally that moment has come. They're not afraid to get out there. They're getting their feet wet. They're sick of renting because there really is no mandate to control the rent. And what people are paying for rent right now is astronomical. That's
Absolutely.
really a huge issue right now.
I like the idea of giving some tips out this morning, so we'll go ahead and do that. Mortgage and real estate all morning long, 248-539-9797. If you have a family member, a friend, a relative, anybody thinking about becoming a homeowner, it's free information. It's also doesn't cost anything to have a strong approval letter, which means you've taken those extra steps back in. We think it's so important. We want to just bring that back into the spotlight, definitely, that a lot of these buyers are going to be fighting over the same gorgeous houses. And I'll stir you guys up about some downriver talk here in a little bit, but there's homes all over Southeast Michigan. Some are ready to be moved in, have been updated. Some of them need some work. So having that strong approval letter and some confidence behind you is key to really a successful home ownership and getting that offer accepted.
To be honest with you, it's everything. Like a lot of times we get we're maybe sometimes a second call in when something is like falling apart. It's a blessing and a curse, when people know you can do tough transactions. So I get that come off the bench and I got to swing for the fences and get stuff done. But a lot of it can be avoided because you're not doing your due diligence up front. And a lot of it is buyers just don't know any better. They want to live their life. They want to move their money. They're just doing the things. But if you don't tell them what not to do, they're going to continue to do the things that could ultimately make the transaction more difficult than it needs to, especially if you're a first-time buyer and you're trying to use one of these bond programs that have their own timelines involved. It automatically stretches a transaction out if you're not doing it strategically from day one.
So, Becky, there's a list of things that you get to your people and what they need to provide you for a pre-approval.
Yeah, and they're still going to do the opposite.
That's
You
right.
can tell them not to do it, and they're going to be like, what do you mean? I can't buy the furniture for the house I don't own yet?
Or why are you asking me for everything? Oh, well, because we're loaning a large sum of money to you.
Yes, you have to understand the lender is 9 out of 10 times the majority investor. So if we're asking you for something, I assure you we do not want one more piece of paper that we don't need. And when we're saying I sent you your pay stub 75 times. Well, your beautiful polished fingernail look great on the pay stub, but it needs to not be in there.
Right,
So,
and the one from March we can't use.
Yes.
Okay, it's August now. We have to have current pay stub. So there's a laundry list of things that we need, and we just go ahead and we take care of it. But like you said, when you buy a car in the middle of a transaction, or you bought the furniture on credit, we need to know. There are certain things that we need to know, and we have to follow the trail of money. Where is the money coming from?
I've had that also with earnest money deposits and them not having it in their bank. My dad just gave it to me. I went and got a check, and here I am. And it's like, oh, no. Can you please call Becky?
Yeah, so earnest money deposit is that deposit when you're putting in your offer. like, okay, I'm going to, for good faith, I'm putting up $1,000. So if I were to mess up, I could risk losing my $1,000, right? That's the point of it. But when you're doing that, what Lisa's talking about is it can't be cash that you just had on the side. Everything that has to do with the mortgage has to be properly documented. Even when you're using these cash apps and Venmos and PayPals and whatever you're doing, those also create this like never ending rabbit hole if you're constantly moving back and forth, even between a spouse. I got to get into all the things. I just did one Friday and it was great. All day long.
I feel like it's a level of coaching
Yes.
that has to happen in that pre-approval process. With what not to do, what to do. This is our game plan. This is what we're doing. I'm going to walk you through this process and get you where you need to go. And then we're doing the same thing with, okay, when we're competing, you know, you're going to have to really come in strong. And these are the angles that we can work. And you want to work with a local lender, with local appraisers, and you want to do all of the things that are required to get the house that we want you to get that is the right one for you.
There is a to-do list that we send out, a to-do and a not-to-do list. So we have that. So we send it out, but like Becky said, sometimes people don't really read the ones not to do. And
You're right.
what the number one thing is, where is the money coming from for the transaction? That's it. Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
And then we back it out and we find out where it's coming from. We do the paper trail. And then that's 9 out of the 10 things at closing that can hold up a closing. Where's the money coming from?
Yeah, so if you're buying a house and you have money in your mattress, make sure you deposit it quite a while before you're ready to buy a house.
At least 60 days.
60 days, thank you.
Yeah, so a lot of times, like, so to button that part up is a lot, when we're having these conversations, we'll say, okay, if you could pick a price point, what would it be? And how much money do you have available for closing? Do you need down payment assistance? And a lot of times I'll hear, yeah, I have $2,000, or I have $5,000, or I have $10,000. My next question is, but is that money in the bank? And because a lot of times, oh, well, no, it's not. Or because people are like have an aversion to banks right now. It's like, it's a thing. I don't know. But then we have to, if we don't have enough time, because a lot of times it starts backwards. They find the house first, and all of a sudden they're ready to step in with the lender. So when that happens, we now might have to find someone outside that has that money readily available to gift it to them. So do yourself a favor. If you're trying to buy a house, cash is not king unless you're paying cash. But even if you are paying cash, you're not really physically paying cash. That money still has to be documented and in the bank.
The preparation is always the best way to go. Being prepared at whether you're in a sports or, you know, finance, you're thinking about buying a car, a house or something, or some level of investigation, preparing yourself for this big investment you're about to make. So we'll share a lot of this with you all morning long. 248-539-9797. Okay, we're talking about some due diligence too. Had a caller call me during the week who's a show listener and won't give you all the details on it, but he missed out on some huge due diligence. And I asked him, I said, look, do you mind if I bring this up? Not full details, but sure enough, the call was, hey, Harvey, I bought a foreclosure. And I'm like, well, congratulations so far. What else you got? There's 3 liens on the property in front of him. So he wrote a huge cashier's check. This is a sticky file. Folks, there's a lot of stickiness out there. And a couple of the things that we always remind buyers and sellers out there is this due diligence, these things that you need to do. And we also use an old Harry line. One of these Harry lines is, why do you think you were the lucky one? And I sort of shot that at him, Harry.
Why are you the lucky one to get this property for the price that you got it at without anybody checking? Did anybody check the title work for this guy?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't do that.
So how do you go ahead and just maybe, you know, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know. And it happens very infrequently, but obviously it happened to this guy. You buy a property without checking the title, see if there are any liens on the property. How can you have a property in your name without having clear title? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know, but maybe this person just thought this was a great property and he got talked into it and he wrote a check, cashier's check, which is cash, gave it to somebody and somebody said, okay, now you own the property.
Yeah.
Very infrequently, but it happens.
Take us
the
back.
number of calls that we get, of course, that are like, I want a bank-owned property, I want a foreclosed property.
Yeah.
Like people are so excited. They think, oh, what a deal, what a deal. Well, not always. A lot of times.
There's a reason.
Exactly. They won't even turn on the utilities so you can check the plumbing. Who knows if the pipes froze? Who knows if the electricity is working? How the furnace is? Like, it is such a gamble. They used to let you turn on the utilities, but something with liability, they have switched that. And so you're basically walking into a property blind. And a lot of times what the banks will do is look at what needs, like, they'll slap some cosmetic things on to make it look more
Right.
market friendly. But what's behind everything, right? And so, if you can't put a contingency in and do an inspection and be thorough with it, like, is that really a deal?
Right.
No.
Why am I the lucky one? Why am I
That's
getting
such
this
a great
property?
question.
I always
Such
say
a great
that. Why am I
question.
the lucky one?
Yes.
Because in this market right now, there are so many investors out there that do this for a living.
Yeah.
Right? Why was this guy the lucky one to pick up that property?
Yeah. That's a
So
great.
like that's a specific buyer. So if you are an investor and you don't care, you're gonna because you can fix whatever it is, then fine, do that. But if you're your average first time buyer or just like trying to even dip your toe in the investment game for the first time, you want to steer clear of those things, and that's why proper representation of your real estate agent is key, because had he been properly represented, I don't think he would be in that mess.
No.
Ideally,
First of all, the first thing you do is you check the title.
yeah.
Right? Isn't that what you do?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So those are three things. I'm glad you guys brought them all up. Talk to the title company and find out what a small amount of money it would be to have a title search done. I don't even know if they
absolutely.
charge. It might be zero. And the idea is that if we do the title search, can we do that title insurance for you? And whatever that charge is. Also talk to the real estate agents. You guys are generally free. It's free information. We'll get. Don't worry, I'm going to say I'm free too. You guys are generally free information. Could do a lot of stuff up front without them tying no money out of pocket. And then, of course, your lender, having a lender involved, has their own due diligence. So if you are borrowing the money, we have to have title insurance and do some of those things for you to protect your assets.
The services realtors provide, along with the lender, it's like a double and triple check.
Absolutely.
To make sure. It's like an insurance policy. We talk about title insurance all day long, but if you're working with a realtor in a specific neighborhood, that realtor is going to go ahead, and chances are they know the area way better than we do.
Especially with the expertise of what's in the room right now with Lisa and Amy, like stop. They literally coach people to be better real estate agents.
Yeah.
All right, we got tons to share with you. Keep it here. It's 8:11 in the morning and all around Southeast Michigan. We're on 97.1 The Ticket. You can reach us at 248-539-9797. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show, 8:15. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show in our 25th year, giving you great information about mortgages, real estate, and a whole lot more. Of course, we are brought to you by Capital Mortgage Fund, and you can reach us at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker, powered by CMG Home Loans, NMLS 1820, equal housing lender. We've got some great stars in the studio here with us. Amy Raupp from Seasons Realty, 14 years in the industry. Amy, I love it. I always pull up people's bios. Your balance in life. Her goals are, no, pickleball's her sport.
Yes.
Balance in life is her.
Yes.
All right. And of course, the smiling realtor, the prettiest smile in real estate, Lisa Larowe. And
Agree.
Lisa, I was in your neck of the woods. I took the trip down to Grosse Ile. Always love when I, of course, an Oakland County boy, headed down there. I love it down there. Thank goodness I didn't have a girlfriend when I was 15 down there. I might have stuck down there. I might have been the mortgage guy down there.
We say that when you go across that bridge, it's like going on vacation. You're home. It's just so wonderful.
It is.
Peaceful.
It is a vibe.
What's the deal, though? $350 cash or $450 each way? Yeah. I mean, you guys are getting rich on you. Build a new bridge already.
Oh, the
How
bridge.
much money
Well, we
do you
have the
need?
Wayne County Bridge, and it's open now. So we do have a free bridge open and available.
And there are properties available on
There
the island.
is actually. I'm glad you mentioned that. I happen to have one at 9,000 Ferry. It is a
Yay.
beautiful, it looks like a castle on the outside.
It really does.
And the owner is the builder. He's been building it for a long time and he builds all over. And like most contractors, all my contractor friends, their wives will be like, yeah, I'm married to a painter. Do you think my house is painted?
Right.
And so it is one of those things where it was a labor of love and he wanted to do quality. He made every spindle in the house. The floors are concrete in between the levels. I mean, like it is over the top nice, except the main floor is unfinished and ready for your taste. It needs it's all plumbed for a kitchen and a bathroom and a big, beautiful, great room. It's on the canal, 300 feet on the canal. It could be yours for $750,000.
How many square feet? How many square feet is that
It's
house?
like 4,000 square
Oh,
feet.
that's
It
a
has
lot of
an
house.
elevator, 3 floors, a
Wow.
turret that is the most cool man cave. I mean, it is really.
It's a castle.
It is a
You
castle.
literally is.
You
It's a
can leave the
castle.
canal and go anywhere in the world.
The canal is so
Yeah.
pretty there too. He's got a boat well ready for a boat. I mean, it's something special. So come on down to Grosse Ile and see Lisa or I.
And see, the price is right.
The price is right for you.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Oh, we will take your calls all morning long, 248-539-9797. We talk about some different properties out there. That's a cool listing. And again, we also have, Lisa, some just regular homes. As I was driving around the area, I saw just some regular good old-fashioned family homes.
I just listed one in Gibraltar, which is just south.
Love it.
Right?
Yes.
And it's still an island, actually.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. 13601 Grandview. It's a 2-bedroom. It is lovely. Such a great community, all fixed up, nice, ready to go, move-in ready.
Gibraltar is a whole vibe too. It's like
It is
younger
golf
crowd.
carts
Yeah,
and
it's like yes, you just like
bars and
you're literally
outdoor.
like you feel like you're up north, but you're not. It's like slows down as soon as you
Yes.
go over those railroad tracks. It's like it's different. People are like using their paddle boards. It's
golf
a
carts
young-
everywhere.
Yes,
It's like up
yes,
north. Like,
it is
it's
like
cute.
that. Yes.
Well,
so
this
those
is
are
why
two good
this
things.
is why people love living in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
All right, we've got so many cool things. The summers are beautiful, obviously, and the fall, the winter, all the activities that we do here. Listen, it's really a paradise, and it's very underrated. Don't tell
Everyone
anybody.
keeps saying that. Like,
it's
just
very underrated.
Everyone from like that I know from all over the country,
Yeah.
you know, that are here in Michigan. I'm like, she's in, Greenville, South Carolina. Our friend lived in Virginia Beach, and she's like, Michigan just has the best summers. My son's girlfriend is actually from Idaho, and we took her on Detroit River, Lake Erie, a couple weekends ago, and she goes, "This is like an ocean." Like, I mean, she was just like
Yes,
blown away.
it
And then we
is.
took her to Grand Haven on the other side of the
Right.
state, and she's just like, oh my, like just blown away. And she's traveled quite a bit. So this is really, we have something special here.
We do. So like I was even in Hawaii, right? So I started talking to these people in Hawaii, had a Detroit hat on. They're like, "Are you really from Detroit? Or are you just like?" I'm like, "No, I'm
Yeah,
really from."
Tom
I'm like
Selleck,
literally
yeah.
20 minutes away from it, 15 minutes. And he was like, so we got to talking. His wife was a singer at Carnegie Hall. Like they were like very like really cool people. And they have a house in California. They have a house in Hawaii. And he was like, "I'm from Grand Blanc, Michigan."
Wow.
And
Cool.
he was like, and that's one house that I'll never give up because summer in Michigan is untouchable. He's like, we live all over the world, clearly. He's like, but we've been all over the world. He's like, we live all over this nation. He was like, but I'll never give up a summer in Michigan.
Listen,
Wow.
for years and years and years, people from Chicago used to come on the other side of the lake, Lake Michigan, have houses in Saugatuck, Grand Haven, all the way up the coast, all the way up to Traverse and Petoskey and Harbor Springs. And why? Why do you think that is? because we've got wonderful summers here. Now, I contend that we live for 90 days in the summer.
We
Right?
do.
We live for.
I live in
September.
I don't
We
know.
do.
September's nice.
September
we live-
is part of the summer now.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
we live from Memorial Day to Labor Day, right? And I know we have great falls, and I know sometimes we have great springs and everything like that, but summers in Michigan, again, when the leaves turn the colors in the fall, there's nothing like it. People rush up north to go check it out. And it's just easy here. I had a client that bought a house. They were from Boston. Instead of buying a house on Nantucket, they bought one up north on Lake Michigan because it was cooler for them. It was way less expensive.
Yeah.
And they were away from all the people on the East Coast, so they come here to the Midwest. So that's exactly hand to God, that's what happened.
So
Lots of
like I
value,
feel like
great
we're
value.
not like a secret anymore, and that's where it's like because obviously on the lending side, so we're national, and people really are coming from the outside in. I have probably 4 people under contract that either closed this past month or closing next month that are coming from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I got people coming from Kentucky. I have people coming from Tennessee, and I have someone coming from California. All just reestablishing their lives here in Michigan because it's more affordable, and they said that people are more pleasant. We're here. We got a call. What's happening?
No, we're going to take a call. I was just looking. No, Bryce,
I'm like, where you go? I'm like,
Well,
I'm sorry.
I thought
If
the
you guys
Tiger highlights
could
on.
watch us on Facebook Live, like Harvey just mentally checked out, and I was like,
I'm like,
whoa.
okay, so
I was like, we had a call coming in. I was
Becky,
like,
it's sports related though. The Tigers last night gave it up late in the inning here. Bryce Harper got he half swung it. It's called a swing. He got thrown out of the game. Anyways, the Tigers got to get back on the winning ways tonight.
They
but-
will today.
I hope
Okay.
everyone saw that on
Sorry, I
Facebook because
just-
that was great.
We were at a euchre tournament and everyone in the room stopped too
It's the
when that
Tiger-
happened.
Oh,
And they were
okay,
like,
yeah.
when there's 36 people and everyone froze. Like,
I'm watching the Tiger highlights against Philly last night. It's all good. All right, I'll check back in.
Now he's checked
let
back
us
in.
know when you're back.
Welcome back, Harvey.
All right, 248-539-9797. You know what? I'll throw this out
That's
there
what I'm here
because
for. I'm here to help
they
you.
can keep me back on the tracks
Watch
there.
out.
Look, our region's been really hopping here. Of course, the Midwest goes up in value. When you look at all the different numbers, statistics that have come out about home ownership and values and appreciation, well, sure enough, Florida's been taking it on the chin.
yeah.
It's like the
Certain areas.
Certain
of
areas.
Florida.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Not your Del raising over there on the East Coast, Harry, but over on my side of town more so. Punta Gorda, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Sarasota, the Villages. Hey, you know about some
No, I
know
don't.
about
there.
those.
I don't.
went there.
No
Yes,
way.
Winter.
Pull us
You
out.
went to the Villages.
Great.
I did.
I closed on a transaction there last year, and the values were going through the roof. They still are. And anyone who's bought in Florida recently, there might be an opportunity to jump in now. And what I'm talking about is a little lull in buying there. There's
Yes.
been some concerns.
Yep.
The hurricanes are more intense here. We're dealing with these type of floods all across the United States. Temperature starting to become a fact. It's starting to affect real estate, believe it or not, because these hurricane costs and the damage they're producing. And
The insurance costs are going through the roof. And
Exactly,
the
Harry. Just a
condominium
conversation right there.
associations
Thank you.
have been underfunded.
Yeah.
Because of what's been going on, the weather related. So they're raising the condo association dues immensely. It's going crazy up there.
Several of my like pickleball friends were affected. They had places like in the Tampa area, Fort Myers area,
Sarasota.
Easy.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It felt really bad.
A friend of mine, like their condo was leveled in Sarasota, and it's a lot. But even, I mean, insurance is something even here in Michigan. I mean, that's a whole thing that I feel like we need to do a show on because I had a client. We're getting ready to close. Last thing we needed was homeowners insurance. Insurance flew a drone over the house and saw that there was a shingle or two
roof.
missing.
That's what they do,
on
yeah.
the roof right now, and they hit me with a $6,000 premium on this homeowners insurance. I was like, what? I'm like, absolutely not. So then we had to go and find more better homeowners insurance, and it pushed our closing back a day because this person was like last minute on the homeowners insurance. I'm like, get me this. It's the easiest part. Why are we waiting? And then we get it, and I was like, what is this? So that's a whole thing right now. Insurance is affecting a lot. Is affordability. It's affecting
Absolutely.
everything.
A lot of times just on a standard home insurance policy, we're looking at $1,800. I just throw a number out there. $1,800 could even get you a policy, even less on a $300,000-$400,000 house. Those are starting to creep up. One of the things with the weather is we've been using this 100-year floodplain. Well, what worked 100 years ago is not what's going on in the world nowadays. And we're creating this Yeah, I'm not a geologist. What am I, Harry? I'm not
Geographer?
I'm not an anything. I'm a mortgage guy.
Meteorologist?
I'm not a meteorologist for sure.
Is that the
I'm not
word
a
you're looking
scientist.
for?
Let's go
He's
through
like-
all the
I don't know.
ologists
Yeah,
that
yeah,
He's
you
like,
are
I'm not an archaeologist. Okay, all I know.
I'm not an archaeologist, but yeah, there's obviously we've been watching it. It's been devastating in some areas, and
Well,
it's
the
cost a
weather
lot of
this
lives.
week.
Yes.
Okay, the weather this week. The rain that we've had this week. All right, flooding and everything going on.
We're meteorologists
It's on-
now.
Yes, it's on there. It's real. And if your backyard your backyard get flooded, which could translate into some seepage into your basement. It's going to happen. We talk about it almost every week on this show. You're going to have some things. Most of the time, you can get rid of that by grading away from the foundation. If you just pitch it up a little higher so the water runs off a little lower away from the house, maybe that can get it done. Check your gutters, all right? Your downspouts and your gutters. Put those away, the downspouts away from your house. See, I might not grill. I might not know how to grill
They didn't
or
hear that
barbecue,
conversation.
but I do know how to get the water away from your house.
Becky, we
Okay.
had the home maintenance guys on. I love that show.
Oh,
that
they
we
were
did.
so
And
good,
we're going to
yes.
have to keep doing it because this is part of home ownership. And one of the basics is if you're a homeowner, at least save 1% every year of your home's value to put that money back into the property. And again, we're talking about water today. They had close Cedar Point for a little bit. It comes down like when it's raining buckets. Yeah, you might have some trouble. Put a drain tile in, but home maintenance is really key.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago we had Total Maintain on the show, and they do gutter cleaning, little odds and ends like anything really, the little things like even changing the refrigerator stuff around. But like they came out to my house, they cleaned the outs, they washed the whole outside of my house. They did, and they were top notch. But when you do those little maintenance things, it makes the home ownership process not so hard because sometimes you don't know that your grading's bad until it rains like exponentially, right? So if you're constantly like doing your checks and balances within your house and maintaining that, that's the way to go because home ownership is a goal that everyone wants to achieve, and it really doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't cost a lot of money to maintain your house. You do it a little bit at a time every year. You do the gutters, that's huge, and that will maintain a lot of things when it comes to these deep downpours.
And the resale on that is
Yes.
huge in difference, a flip versus someone who's taking care of their house.
You can definitely see the difference. Like when
Yeah.
you walk into a house and everything is meticulous and right and clean and pristine and the grout and the tile is perfect and the caulking around the tub and everything is like you can tell and people notice it. And there is such a value all the time. I'm telling my clients like clean over everything, clean, get rid of your clutter and make sure it's pristine, the cleanest clean. And if you're not good at cleaning, there's plenty of companies out there to hire for cleaning.
Yeah, we've had sellers actually put a whole folder together, and in that folder shows the warranty and when they purchased that hot water heater and the furnace, and hey, they put the roof on, and this is a transferable. Stay organized, and I think that's another key about home ownership.
Sure.
It's your asset. And it can really appreciate for you. And if you just do these basic maintenance things, you could really net more when you go ahead to move on to sell or move on to the next house.
I mean, when I bought my house in 18, it wasn't like it wasn't Taj Mahal, but it was clean. They were meticulous. It had good bones. Like the grass was well maintained. You can tell they really took pride. And I might not have cared for the color choices or the popcorn ceiling and the things, right? So I could change those, but I knew it had good bones. They just replaced the heater, the water heater, the furnace, and all that stuff. And even on their inspection report, I said something about the door wall. They replaced it because they took so much pride in that home ownership.
All right, when we come back, all of your calls, 248-539-9797. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Keep it here. Welcome back to the show, 8:31. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Again, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We take your calls. Love to hear from you. 248-539-9797. Keep it here after the show. There's going to be sports all day long. I don't even know when the baseball game is. Paul, I'm looking at you over there, Paul, Sarah. Help us out if you want to get on the mic, Paul. We're looking here to give you guys the afternoon lineup. It might be a night game. Okay, there it is. We got night game baseball here, so keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. As the Tigers are going to hopefully whip the Phillies tonight.
Going to win tonight.
Oh, is he going to throw tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So we got the ace throwing tonight. That's good stuff. Let's dive back into the real estate mortgage world. We always make it fun here, but it is fun. And we mentioned it
it's
earlier.
fun with these two. It's fun anyway, but like I get to also call these two beautiful women my friends, and but they're leaders in the industry. They when I say they're coaching people, they really are coaching each other. They coach other people. They're always kind of bouncing back back and forth. And I get to be a part of these conversations that's where you hear about that collaboration, because it doesn't matter what agency you work for, who you're working with. It's all about being in that lopsided boat, getting to the same place with the same time for the buyers and the sellers, like every transaction.
Something that's been really special about our little group in the Downriver area is we all collaborate. We invite everyone in. We train everyone. We want to level up our industry.
Yeah.
We want to all be the best that we can be. And Amy and I have made that a commitment to just truly help everyone and bring everyone up. We don't want to see these buyers or sellers suffering on any level. So if we can help another agent, we're all about it.
Absolutely. Like that is one of the favorite things that I have about the industry, the shift that we've seen over probably the last 5 to 7 years, where instead of looking at you as a competitor, we have the same goal, right? You want a happy client. I want a happy client. And at the end of the day, hopefully a paycheck. And, I want to enjoy my career. I want to have I started actually, I always call it our office. No one really goes to the office. So I started this group of orphans who also don't go have an office community. And so we just meet for coffee, talk about the market, talk about our personal lives, talk about events coming up, laugh, tell the craziest story of the month kind of thing. And just enjoy each other's company and just have this camaraderie. And that way, if your offer comes across to somebody's desk and they're like, oh, it's from Amy. I love Amy. I know she's going to work, she's going to get it done. We're going to have fun. I'm going to send some crazy memes along the way or jokey jokes,
And you don't have to worry if that's going to go sideways. You really don't. What really stands out with these two, Becky, is the fact that they're very passionate and they're very enthusiastic about what they do. They want to share it with everybody, and not all transactions. And I know you see this as uplifting and enthusiastic as you are. Why does it sometimes have to be so adversarial?
Oh gosh.
Right? I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? When you get somebody on the phone and they're not, hey, how you doing? First thing hey, how you doing? What's going on today? Hi, how are, whatever it is. Hi, how are you? Right? Hope you're having a good day. Let's talk about the Ludlow transaction. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you get somebody, you get, Dave the Downer on the other end of the phone. So Dave's right? Dave, right? Yeah. And why does it have to be that way? I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
What's one of our fun things that we do is we're bringing Dave along. Oh, Dave's coming with us.
He's coming with us.
He's going to learn.
We're going to Fun Town.
We are going to Fun Town, Dave. He's going to learn, and he's going to have a good time during this transaction.
We love that.
I tell her that all the time. If and we kind of pride ourselves in this. People will be standoffish for whatever reason, or they'll be, in a bad mood or down or whatever. And I'm like, not on my watch. I'm here to enjoy life, and I'm here to do business. I'm here to be a professional. I'm here to have fun, whatever. And so I'm just trying to always pivot and say, okay, no, Dave, we're a team. We're getting this done. You want a happy client, right? Or whatever Dave's, point of interest is. And let's do this.
Dave.
I love that.
It's the ending of gatekeeping, right? The whole gatekeeping part of it, where it's that's the only way that everyone has an amazing experience. So, and if you are in a bad mood, you're right. Let's flip the script, right? And you have to work together, but part of that mood, and because it's our jobs as professionals to keep the temperature in the room for the clients. So if you're sensing it, the client senses it too. It makes everything more pleasant.
It truly does. Home ownership is a great thing, especially when everyone's on the same page. And of course, everyone's looking in the right direction. Home renovations, though, comes to play a lot. We were talking about some of the younger people out there buying homes and other people. A lot of times they love that location of the house. You guys walk in and you're like, oh, it's a little outdated. So definitely we wanted to throw it out there. We offer every renovation loan. That's right. You can call Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE. We offer every renovation loan. So you could do a renovation loan for a purchase or a refinance. Now, on that purchase side, Becky, as you know, sometimes the seller wants to take a little bit longer. So you might have to close on the house, and then you can come back to us and put together a renovation loan. So we have different ways to do it, whether it be the FHA 203K, the VA home style program we offer. Lots of different things can be used. So you got bathroom renovations, kitchen remodeling, roof replacement, repair, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, the whole deal, flooring replacements, energy efficient stuff. All that great stuff. You can get a loan for it and don't have to come out of pocket. I just throw it out there because a lot of families they're turning away from some of those homes that are great homes. You guys know it. You walk in and you're like, this would be perfect for them. But it's not
Like
shiny.
It's ugly.
It's got
But
something ugly.
like yours right now, like that listing, you get the first floor that's not completed, you can get a loan and we can actually finance the cost of those repairs to make it easier for you if you don't have the pockets, because as we talked about in the first segment, cash to close is the biggest hindrance for people. So let alone it's hard enough to save up for that down payment and then buy a house that has a lot of renovations. So if that's something that you're looking to do, we have the answer for you, just as long as you qualify, and we have to do our due diligence to make sure that meets your needs.
All right, Paul Sarah helped us out a little bit. The 3:40, keep it here, 3:40 this afternoon, the pregame will start with Dan Dickerson and probably Bobby. And then, of course, 4:05 is the first pitch. So got Tiger Baseball coming up this afternoon, sports all day long on 97.1 The Ticket. But if you're interested in mortgages and real estate,
We've
got open lines for you. Yeah, 248-539-9797. Amy.
Yeah, one of the things that you said about the renovations and things like that, we were like researching, of course, to prepare and just kind of looking, and it checked out what today's buyer is actually looking for. And I think HGTV got us in a little trouble, right? These pristine spaces where no one owns anything and everything is perfect.
Yes.
So that, kind of sets like an unrealistic
And
expectation.
your occupation is like collecting like walnuts, and they
Melting
make a million
crayons
things.
and making poetry. But we were
crayons.
noticing that today's buyers are interested in kind of like the health and fitness spaces in the house, having designated things. I think people are just more and more aware of being healthy. We noticed
a Zen room.
Yes,
I like that.
Yoga room, workout room, pet accommodations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that.
I've been seeing a lot more saunas, cold plunges, like things like that. People are really into their pets and their health a lot more. This younger
Additional
generation.
living spaces, like are kind of like going back to
rental
like
space in
either
your
a rental
home.
space or a space for and maybe an aging parent with that big baby boomer out there, lack of housing. Like people are just bringing their parents in, but want to give them a little bit of privacy. I just had a family, they bought a home with a walkout basement, and the mother-in-law has the entire basement as her own like mini apartment. A separate entrance, separate garage entrance, like those things are, kind of attractive to today's buyer, I think.
Listen, I was just at my friend's house last night, and they have where a pole barn, they turned it into where their mom lives. So it's like, and then you walk across like an acre, and then here's my friend Ashley's house, and then like they all live together. We call it the compound, but it is such an amazing piece of property that like they're never going to let it go because
So they stuck their mom in the barn.
But it's not.
I'm messing with it,
is like I want to live in the barn, okay? Because they know what's going.
Well, they're barndominiums. Those are like trendy.
Barndominiums. There you go.
Oh my God,
Cool.
she's got her own little like studio apartment in the thing. It's so good.
Nice.
The
So
compound
The more-
in a good way, not
Yes.
Branch Davidian.
No,
The more you make-
in a good
it's
way.
like we call it the Floyd compound.
Yeah, the more you make your space livable, no matter how big or how small it is, the more you make it livable, I think that really is attractive to people. And also the curb appeal. When you walk up to somebody's house, you could have them at hello. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what's on the inside, if the outside looks really good and well kept, you walk in. So if it has the orange wall, Becky, maybe they don't like the orange wall, but somebody else might like the orange wall.
It's funny that you say orange because like when I bought my house, if you looked at it one way, it was orange. And you looked up, it was blue. I was like, oh, I'm like, they were colorblind. I was like, were they colorblind? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, Dad, but it works. Okay, we're going to change it.
Yeah, those things don't matter. What
Yeah.
really matters is, did somebody keep up the house? And if they weren't able to keep it up and you're that handy person or you're going to hire people to do it, Just you have to look at the structure of the house. That is the most important thing, is the structural significance of that property.
Absolutely.
All right, we're up against our third break. But
That's
when we
it?
come back, now we got plenty more for
good.
you. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. It's the Hardcore
on.
Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Open lines, 248-539-9797. We'll be right back. All righty, we're back. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Thanks for joining us here. We got plenty of time left if you want to sneak in a call, 248-539-9797. Of course, Amy Raupp and Lisa Larowe join us, the great real estate agents all across Southeast Michigan. So call in with your real estate questions. We got plenty to hear from them still in our last segment. I did have to do some stuff here, Becky, about on the mortgage side. Of course, we do get the phone calls for debt consolidation, where the interest rates are going. A little improvement here, if you want to get into it a little bit. But if you have equity in your house, I spoke to somebody who has a lot of debt yesterday, and I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things. We're just getting her prepared to purchase her mother's house, which she's already lived in for a long time. And again, I started giving her some great information, like once you own this house, the things you can do. And home ownership really can open the doors for a lot of families. And if you ever need to pull some equity out when you're having trouble, it's there for you.
Yeah, that's a tangible asset, right? So like if I have a $100,000 mortgage and my house is worth $300,000, I can access those funds to reset my financial baseline. And it doesn't matter if your interest rate is even like 6.75, if you're paying 30% on multiple credit cards and you're just making the minimum payments, it's not going to go anywhere. So it's like the secret that people aren't really talking about is people are foregoing the lower interest rates that they've acquired in 2020 for a little bit higher interest rate, because when you can reassess that and still save $1,000 a month, why would you not do that? It just doesn't make financial sense to continue to struggle when you can use your home as an actual like way to get yourself in a better financial position. So, I mean, I have 3 people right now, literally $500 are saving, $600, and one really is around $1,100 we're saving.
We've also seen some families, instead of going that route and saving the money, just say, hey, I'll do a 15-year mortgage. So they've got the mortgage already,
Yeah.
but they owe 20 years still. So we'll consolidate them, save them money, and drop 5 years off their term. And that's the ultimate goal, of course, is to pay off this
and if
mortgage.
like a cash out refinance doesn't make sense for you, we also offer home equity lines of credit. If you're doing a renovation loan and you're doing it after the fact, you put in minimum down, you can actually access a home equity line of credit or a standalone. What we're going to is, if there's anything that we can do to put you in a better financial situation, we're here to do it. We're going to talk about it. And we're also going to tell you no. If I'm not seeing that there's true benefit for you, we're going to say, hey, no, this isn't where you need to be. But it's not just looking at your nose. It's what are you trying to do 5 minutes from now, but also 5 years from now, how it's going to affect you.
Yeah,
saving people money is something we've been doing for a very long time. But the key thing is, Becky, when we save somebody $1,000, $1,500 a month because we're paying off their credit cards, the bottom line is you can't run up those cards again because it defeats the whole purpose of what you just did. So listen, I'm a big believer in tearing up. If you got 3 credit cards, tear up 2 out of the 3 because you need one to rent a car or maybe get some gas and all that kind of thing. But you've got to tear it up. So if we're paying off $25,000, $35,000 in credit card debt, so you're done with the 25% rate, right? So you're going to pay 6 3/4, 7% now. We've saved you a lot of money. Don't run it up again. Easier said than done.
Yeah.
But that's the key. So there has to be, Becky, the net tangible benefit. And we have to fill out a form. As a lender, we have to state the reason that we're doing it, that the borrower has a net tangible benefit. Well, I would consider saving $500 to $1,500 a month a benefit.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of coaching that goes on behind the scenes. And speaking of coaching, I want to bring it back to Lisa because, again, she is so passionate about coaching, not even just seasoned agents, but newer agents. So I know you have, you even do a call every week, right?
Yes. Shout out to the Breakfast Club call. We do that call every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm the Wednesday girl.
Yeah, I was normally on Wednesday calls. That's why I said Wednesday.
Wednesday is all about mindset. So it's about your mindset around the real estate market, your mindset towards your clients, your mindset about everything that's going on in your life. So just like Amy and I were talking about, we won't let Dave be the downer. We're not letting anyone around us be the downer. We're going to keep everyone up, happy, and educated. So that's what we do on those calls. It's just a way to start your morning in the right way. It's open to all real estate and industry people. So
you got room for Happy Harvey Thursdays or anything?
Absolutely, Harvey. I will
chance.
invite you on the calls. Yes.
Maybe there's a shot for that. Well, again, the collaboration.
But Amy's a huge part of that, and
Yeah.
we constantly are training together. So we love doing that. So.
Yeah, for sure. She has her own team, and I'm, they'll call me, ask me questions, and the goal is just in life to obviously help others, right? We're not just here for ourselves, right? And we just try to go out and be positive everywhere, and maybe annoying a little bit sometimes because, we're just like, everything's working out for us. I mean, we will be in the craziest things, and at the same time, we'll be like, everything's always working out for us.
Things are always working out for me.
Things are always working out, yes. And I think it's to the point where people around us just know better. They don't want to bring the negative around us because we're just, having
I can't
a good
be
time.
around it. I mean, and like you guys said before, it's about leaving this industry better than we found it. Because when we stepped in, I mean, I didn't have someone mentoring me directly, right? But now it's like I want to pay that forward. And it's like it takes that one person to see that potential in somebody else and take them to the next level. And you guys see that because, either people get in real estate because they had a great experience or a bad experience. It's one of the two, and they're trying to undo those things. And you guys are part of the positive evolution of this real estate game we are in. And I'm very proud that you guys are in the studio with us.
I mean, I see some potential in Harry that he could potentially grill one day on a grill outside.
Are you going to coach me to barbecue?
I mean, we could. We believe in people. I mean,
Okay.
we
We
do
do believe in people, yes. Michigan, the greatest pastime, grilling. Do you grill or not grill?
But don't you want to have somebody and coach somebody that wants to do it?
I mean, there is
Isn't
something
that
a
a big
little bit
thing
better.
that you want to be motivated to do it and they just don't know how?
We'll go next subject then.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Harry
Right.
doesn't grill outside, but maybe everyone else does. It has nothing to do with that. Hey, guys, speaking about grilling and that whole vacation mode, vacation homes, we talk about what a great state we have. We have the best opportunity. That's right. Capital Mortgage Funding powered by CMG Home Loans. We hold those, we service those loans, so you can get a discount. Again, we are the least expensive. If you want to save money, buy a vacation home, call Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. It's just pure and simple. We'll service that loan for you and save you some money.
Yeah. Ladies, talk about the market the next 30, 60, 90 days. What do you see the end of the summer, going into the fall, may even touch upon the winter? What do you see?
Yeah, sure. Basically, what I'm seeing is a little bit of a flattening out. So not as much overbidding, a little bit of overbidding, depending on the price point, but really a little bit of flattening out, not such competitive. So my thought is right now, if you can buy right now this month, do it, because you're going to have this little window where everybody's on vacation or getting ready for back to school, and there's not as much competition right now. So that's my thought.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
She's like, circle gets the square. Yes. Well, because like you are right, because like it's that moment where, because right now it's going to start people pressing to get in before the school year starts, because that's another big press that happens right now. And you do see that on the lending side. I'm in agreement with you. We also see it nationally, like certain states, they are, you can actually go under some of what people are asking. In Florida specifically, we talked about, but Michigan, I feel like we are going to still stay somewhat competitive, but you're not going to see so much of 40, 50,000 over asking, like as much as we saw in the past.
Well, for a while I was seeing like 6 to 8 offers. Now I feel like it's more like 3. So I feel like that, that's a perfect indication, right?
Yeah.
That things are, the
But
market
then
is
you will get
shifting a
that
little
one
bit.
listing that's hot and you'll get 40.
Yeah.
It just
For sure.
depends.
And then I do feel like we do get that influx right at the end, right? You said October, around then, November, December, we will get picked back up and people will be back mindful of real estate again.
I do love that Michigan has been, and it continues to be a 365 state. We do pick up in the spring, but people are buying and selling all year round here in Michigan because it is a desirable place. It's affordable and it's beautiful. I love the winters too, actually.
Well, I feel like true winter has been pushed out more and more and more. So like it's staying like a decent climate, like well into December, like mid-December. Sometimes we don't see snow still, it will be the beginning of the year more.
And don't you feel the serious buyers are really coming out in November, December, January?
Yes.
They're serious.
Oh, January,
and they're serious
I love.
sellers too.
January is great because the New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I'm buying a house this year. The holidays are over. I'm ready. That kind of mindset. It's like, I love January. January's always been a great month.
And December's always been a really good month for me as well. Lots of closings in December.
Well, because you guys are planting the seeds in the fall to make sure that people are out here understanding. And I feel like when you're properly represented with good representation like you guys, your buyers understand that that's that moment to strike, because even though it's cold outside, it's still hot. You're going to get a better, you're going to get
competition. Less buyers are buying because of the holidays. And same thing with listings, right? There's less people putting on their home on the market because of the holidays, but there is like something to be captured on both ends there for sure.
I'm here for it. Always.
Always.
Michigan market, here for it.
Hey, my wife just texted you, everybody. She said 39 years, he's never going to grill.
He's not grilling.
Not
Not be changed.
And shout out to Rachel Main. She said, way to go, girl.
Yeah, and shout out to Danny. They hosted last night, and shout out to my pickleball people too.
Yes.
All right. I won't even throw in that my Aunt Muriel's 90 years old. I won't even throw that out. Yes, we got to give my aunt 90 years old. She still drives. She does it all. She cooks, cleans. She can run your business
Does she
for
grill?
you. She does it all. She can do anything.
grill.
One of
I'm not letting
out
this
there.
go.
One of
Eric.
my nephews is getting married tonight.
Yay.
Today.
That's
some good stuff.
I'm on my
You know,
way to the wedding.
These are all great things that are going on. And that's it. We want to share some love here, obviously, on the show. And more importantly, you can do stuff. Get more positive people behind you. Get that vibe. Learn what it takes to become a homeowner. And just get the professionals behind you to make any facet of your life better. And I took a call yesterday from a lady. She's trying to buy her mom's house. It started 5 years ago. And I said, look, you need to get some better people in your life. And that's sometimes just the key, right, Amy?
It is. Like, I'll be so deep in communication with my clients that, like, once things settle down a little bit, they're like, I miss you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed you too.
What a
But I didn't want to make it
compliment,
weird.
No, I'll randomly hit people. I'll be like, hey, I need to pay some. Just kidding. Just want to say hi. It's just a fact. You got to keep it like.
What did my one client say the other day? Like, they're asking for everything. Like, are they going to need my Target receipts? I'm like, yeah, probably. Like,
Yes, that
just make
CVS
sure
receipt that's like a
yes.
scroll
Yeah,
that
they
comes
need
out.
that.
Yes.
Your pay stubs, your W-2s, and that.
Yes.
Hey, you guys, we're up against the end of the show. Yeah, last words for you guys for sure.
Gosh, thank you so much for having us. Every time I'm here, I just love it so much. It's extra special.
Yeah.
We're just been having a lot of fun together.
We have
lately,
it's been
so-
a fun summer
Yes,
for sure.
thank you guys.
Cheers
Thank
to you guys. Collaboration and
check
making
out their
all
listings.
the buyers and sellers.
Yes,
There
yes.
you go.
9,000 Ferry Grows Deal. Come and get it.
Yeah.
Lots of
bedroom
great homes
and
on the
Gibraltar,
market,
too.
that's for sure.
That's for sure. Yes.
Alrighty, I see we got the next show starting up. Pat Caputo, he's coming in with sports. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage all weekend long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We'll see you next Saturday.